Oh, Tyler. Tyler, we got a special one today.
Yeah.
Yep.
First off,
Woo.
shout out to Rob Van Dam and the legend Sabu.
Yeah.
Thought we could honor Sabu a little bit.
Rob Van Dam would be very happy with my tea right now.
I bet he would.
There's just it's a Cheech and Chong tea, man. You can buy them at liquor stores now down here. So.
Oh, I know. Yeah, here too.
Oh, you can there too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess you are in Minnesota. Like, you guys actually get healthcare there too.
Yeah, just not Wisconsin. Not getting any of that stuff
Wisconsin. There. No, they're prudes. I'm wearing the same shirt I wear probably every third week. So,
yeah.
And honestly, today it was like, oh, I got to go get a shirt. And the baby had just went down for a nap. So I was like, well, I hope there's one in the basement. Otherwise, we're wearing what we got. So,
dude, I am not looking forward to these fan suggested shots this week at all.
I added a little twist to one, actually. So, yeah, I'm not necessarily looking forward to them. I don't have the one that we talked about.
Tangeray?
Yeah, I don't have that one.
You're lucky.
Well, I think I'll make up for it. I don't know if you heard that. I think I'll make up for it here in a second.
Oh, what is that? Is it a Four Loko or what?
This is Guinness.
Oh, well, Guinness is good.
Well, that's the what's the next fan suggested shot?
So we got Tangeray.
Yeah.
From Jack. I think I'm a little too bright over here. Anybody can see that. And from Jack at MGM, and I hate gin so much. I hate it so much. So Jack really bent me over with that one. And then we have Winehouse Ian with, I don't think you guys can really make it out. There we go. Proper number 12, Apple. And let me tell you, when proper number 12, like, I think it was probably out for a year. I was like, you know what? I'm a beer guy. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. This is before Connor was found out to be a different kind of cat.
Yeah. I used to be a huge Connor fan. I was a proper 12 stan. So
yeah, dude, it was the worst whiskey I've ever had.
Proper 12 or
Proper 12?
This one?
I haven't even ever had this one before. Proper 12, dude, I hate it. It's too like rubbing alcohol aftertaste, burning. It's not smooth. Yeah. It's not smooth the whiskey.
No, it's definitely not. I mean, you're not getting Redbreast here, right? Like, it's not going to be as smooth. But I would say it's, in my opinion, I preferred Proper 12 over Jameson.
I've never had Jameson either.
See, and I think really because they're kind of, and people will be mad at hearing me say that even, but to me they're kind of on the same level. But I've never been a huge Proper 12. I mean, I'm sorry, a Jameson fan. But it probably was because I was riding hard for Conor McGregor at the time, so the guy could have sold me water in a bottle, and I probably would have drank it. So
yeah, but we both were. I remember going to your house for the Mayweather McGregor fight.
Oh yeah, Grandpa bought that, man. Do you remember that was quite the event. That was quite the event.
It was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was fun. I think Grandpa made money that night, and I definitely came up on that. So that man was just sitting in that recliner, man. R.I.P. Grandpa, but he was sitting in that recliner and he was just counting cash. I swear. Yeah, he was. I was like, "Are you taking bets over there too?" He's like, "Nah, man, they just keep bringing me money." And I was like,
I think we all pitched in $10, but then you ended up inviting way more people than the pay-per-view was.
Yeah, it was like, it ended up, I was like, whatever, Grandpa, you're paying for it, so it's yours, man. just we interrupted your time, so just go ahead.
But
so
I'd say that some of that money went to the food and everything else.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Because we did all that, and then, but a lot of people brought like their own drinks and stuff, and
I definitely brought my own beer, but you guys fed me. So.
Yeah. Well, then everybody left all their stuff, so like people brought like whiskey and beer and stuff, and then they're like, I don't want to take it home, and they just left it, which I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I think
isn't that against the law in Wisconsin?
Well, I feel like it goes both ways, right? Like sometimes I'll take something somewhere and I will have a good time or whatever. And I'm like, you keep it. I got it at home. I brought it for the party, so you
Yeah.
keep it. So I kind of think that's what people were doing because it was
Huh.
just one of those. But we drank that beer for probably the next like 3 or 4 frothin trips for 3
I
dollar trips,
know.
man. Because like I was just bringing backpacks full of that beer, like
Oh
that
my
was left
god.
from that party. So
I do
uh,
always wonder if people saw us disc golfing at the middle school with a backpack, kind of, walking a little crooked and going, do they have
yeah,
alcohol in there? What did they think was in the backpack?
yeah, I don't. Looking back on it, like, and I hope and pray that the statutory whatever limitations, statute, not statutory. Don't say that. Statute of limitations, um, is is up on any of this. But I thought for sure I was like, now looking back and I'm like, what? Why were you okay with that? Like, why were you okay with just doing that? And uh and I don't have a good answer. I don't have a good answer at
No.
all. But we didn't even think twice about it. Like we
No.
just did it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we just it was
We didn't care
yeah.
that there were other people on the course either.
Yeah, yeah.
That never hit a
No.
beer once.
No.
No.
Yeah, well. So anyway, I also got that proper 12, but I don't understand what moderation is, so I got the whole bottle.
Oh my god.
And I absolutely hate this version of this whiskey. So we're gonna do it in a special way. I've already got some Irish cream here. You guys saw the Guinness. You got to know what's coming.
Oh
We're gonna do an
boy.
Irish caramel.
I just don't want to do this shot.
Did you get that thing open over there? You got
I
it.
got it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. If you notice a little glitch in the matrix, we had to get Cass to help Tyler open this bottle here.
Oh my god.
Never
Thought I
mind.
had it open.
Should we call
Jesus
Cass?
Christ, who the fuck are they trying to keep out of here?
There we go. There we go. Call Cece over here so we get it open. All right, I'm gonna try to do this here. I gotta. It's been a while since I've done a full beer one. So
Ooh.
we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, I get through and I don't embarrass myself on this podcast because
All right.
we all know I'm too lazy to edit. So here we go. All right.
Okay. Not that bad.
Whew.
Not that bad.
I did finish it though. I did finish.
It's good, kind of.
My gut for a minute. Ooh-wee.
Thanks, Ian.
Oh boy, I hope a very select group of people watch this episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
all right.
gross.
Well, now that we're warmed up,
All right. I'm Tyler, and that's Adam, by the way. I don't even think we said that.
I don't think so either. Yeah, no.
If they don't know by now.
Well, hey, we've been getting new people coming to hang out with us all the time, man. So
That's true. We
I
need
just-
to take a drink when one of us says a certain thing or something. There's got to be something we say all the time. Take a
well,
shot every time we say fuck Dave Meltzer.
Well, yes, but then you know how it'll happen 40 times, no matter how much I try to stop it. Every time we end one of these little like news segments, I say, well, we'll see what happens. Like, I can't stop myself. I cannot stop myself. Like, if there is a group of people out there doing a How I Met Your Mother level drinking game to this podcast for whatever reason, which please tell us if you are, because we would be so proud to know that
Oh
happened.
my god, yeah.
It's got to be that phrase. It's got to be that, or the hopefully the fuck Hogan folk Dave Meltzer situation. I don't want to get too much in there. I think I'm gonna have some real good opportunities here today. So
Yeah, you are.
I don't want us to use all of our FCC. Don't let me be. Good luck now. So
All right.
we're having a fun one today, guys.
All right, news and rumors. Sean Ross Sapp said in a Fightful Q&A that he asked people at AEW and WWE about being upset regarding talent from both companies doing the American Gladiators reboot and heard no issues from either side. So shut the fuck up, Dave Meltzer, because he's the one that started that rumor.
I don't understand how he keeps getting away with this stuff, man.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Since like the 70s.
Yeah, it's just like he just says things. He just says them. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Bodyslam.net says Psycho Clown will stop accepting independent bookings after August and is believed to be WWE bound. Dude, I got jacked when I read that. You don't even know.
Again, I just really hope.
Awesome.
I hope these people don't get lost, man. I don't want them to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, no, I don't either. Let's see here. Oh, this is. So I've talked enough shit about Tony Khan now.
Yeah.
We got a few things in here that is going to make you upset at Tony Khan for what he's been doing to talent lately. That's since he started. Replying to a fan who asked if he or his brother Colton were injured, former AEW Tag Team Champ Austin Gunn replied, "Nope," with a big exclamation point. The Guns haven't wrestled since February.
I know they weren't big. Yeah.
They're so talented.
They were over for a very long time. I don't understand why you wouldn't, why you would not use them. They're very talented. Like, they were over for a long time. I don't know if they are still. Again, I don't watch enough AEW to be like, these guys are doing great. I don't know. And I guess I wouldn't.
It's hard for me to watch.
They haven't been there. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult.
They got such good talent that they'll just, here, ride the pine for 6 months and then we'll use you again. It's like, okay, sure, WWE does that to an extent, but not like this.
Yeah. And I think it feels differently, right? And it feels differently when it's done by WWE. And I don't know, maybe call me a homer, call me, somebody who's, an apologist for WWE. That's fine. I don't really care. But like, it's like, it feels differently when it happens there. It almost feels like it's most of the time storyline based, why people are not involved.
Yeah,
I know that there's been scenarios, there's been situations, but it feels like there are just more and more AEW talent coming out being like, no, they just keep us off TV. Like there's no reason for it. There's no, they just. But again, you gotta be fair, right? And you gotta be fair to talent, to be fair to the management, and say, there's two sides of that story. I don't know if there's a reason they're keeping them off, if there's some backstage heat. But
as far as I know, they're beloved in the locker room. Everybody loves those guys.
It sounds like there's no reason. It sounds like that's been the case for a lot of people for Tony Khan. So it's crappy, man. It's real shitty that he does that. It is crappy when WWE does it too. Like, I'll call them out on it when it happens. And it was Karrion Kross was a perfect example of that. Like,
well, we got some stuff on Karrion Kross today. I got a few different stories on him today.
Cool.
All right. WWE talent that Fightful Select spoke to this week no longer receive bonuses for appearing on Saudi shows. Based on what Fightful has heard, those type of things are baked into their contracts now, and there is not an additional financial incentive for the talent to go to Saudi. So anybody that was like, well, Punk just did it for the money. Dude, he didn't. He did it because he wanted to wrestle John Cena, and I guarantee you they dangled the carrot in front of him and said, we know you want a match with Cena before he's done. The only way you're getting that match is if you go to Saudi. I guarantee that's what it is. So that shuts everybody up on people going or not going. They didn't get any bonus.
Yeah, well, I think that only really applies to Punk right now. I don't really feel like anybody cares about anybody else. It's just everybody wanted to know, like, why did Punk do this when he's been so against it? And I honestly believe that he probably has in his contract that he doesn't need to do these Saudi shows. And so I think they did have to dangle that carrot like you were just talking about. Is that a Bloody Mary? You got a bloody today?
Of course I do. I got a Bloody Mary every episode. How's it going, Stefan?
You didn't tell the people. But anyway,
Dude, Stefan at work.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stefan at work every week goes, God, you guys drink a lot on your show.
If only she knew that's not just like that isn't it's not just an hour or 2 hours in our week. Like that's a lifestyle, Stephanie.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
I don't have a drinking problem. I have a drinking career.
No, yeah, I was gonna say the only problem is I don't have more time to drink. But that's just it. I would be a full blown alcoholic if I was like retired. I fully will say that.
Oh God.
Like
100%.
And I don't even say that. I don't even say that in a joking way. Like I need to stay busy with that stuff, Like because if I had nothing else to do, man, I'd pick up a beer.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's boredom, or I'm hurt and in pain, and I want to rest.
Yeah. And then I got to remind myself. All right, kid, you're done. Drink some water. It'll be all right. Well, I mean, Wisconsin water is a beer, so
it is. Yeah,
like
they put it in our bottles when we're babies.
When you wanted to slow down from drinking that night, you're like, all right, I got to take it easy, guys. Whoa, let me get one of those Busch Lights.
Yeah. Well, think about it. When kids are teething in Wisconsin, you just rub a little whiskey on their gums. Right to sleep.
Easiest.
I didn't do that, so I don't want fucking CPI. I live in Minnesota.
Yeah, I didn't do it either, but I absolutely thought about it. And she's teething right
now. I definitely know it was done to me. I know that.
Anyway,
you know my
anyway, I think we were on Saudi, but
Saudi.
The point of that was just that I don't think there was a financial incentive. They had to dangle that carrot of this is the only John Cena match you're going to get, and hey, dirty pool, but hey, it's all fair. The man, you gotta decide is that what's it worth to you. So, and I don't think he made a bad decision.
No,
I think he made the right decision after I've had time to think about it. I think there needs to be a lot of reform in Saudi before we see PLEs there. I'm not very happy about seeing a Royal Rumble there before.
I got some news on that too.
Okay, good. I'll let
you're also going to get upset about. I will say that fan that Punk had on camera had apologized to for that was a plant.
I was saying
that's WWE trying to do damage control.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The
whole situation was weird. The whole situation was weird with that. Like the fact that he apologized, I just didn't. It felt weird, and then the fact that dude happened to be right where he was, it just felt weird. So I'm glad to know that actually came out as a plant because
that was a plant. It was weird. I got to be honest. Punk loves humans. He loves people, but he hates people at the same time. He hates the actions that people do.
I would say I think it's like what I deal with the kids, right? Are you mad at me? Not necessarily. I'm really mad at your behaviors, right? And I think that's kind of like Punk. It's like Punk's like, look, I love people, and I can't believe I'm defending this guy, but I love people, and it's not people that I don't like. It's what they've created that I don't like, and how people behave that I don't like. So to that, and Punk and I are aligned. That I agree with.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to put words in the dude's mouth. He is
for sure.
He's his own man, but that's the way I perceive what he does. I feel like he loves everybody, and he just gets very disappointed in actions.
Yeah, and sometimes the best way, again, I cannot believe I'm defending this man, but sometimes the best way to actually inflict change is to go to where the change needs to be inflicted. So I could see where somebody like Punk, who is very passionate, somebody like hopefully like a Sami Zayn would be an advocate, and would start to work into their contracts that the women don't have to do that kind of stuff. It shouldn't have to be that way, but it's not going to change unless some of the male superstars really start to stand up for the women in that scenario. And again, it's all. I'm only saying this from like our perspective. Maybe the women are fine with it. I can't imagine some of them are, but maybe some are. I can't imagine it though. But.
No, I did want to add like I don't know, dude. I forgot what I was gonna say now. CM Punk.
Yeah.
I forgot my take. That whiskey just hit my brain. So
Yeah, I was gonna
next.
say. I was gonna say. I think those who are watching this just witnessed in real time somebody becoming intoxicated. Like that was that was in real time. You being drunk like that. That was wild. All right, next one. We're fine. We'll move on.
All right. This one made me happy. I know that everybody blah blah blah, and we all collectively booed her, and it was fun, and she definitely got the Dominic Mysterio treatment. But Vicky Guerrero has been telling people she's close to that she expects to return to WWE within a few weeks. And then I had said, a few weeks. That's around Evolution, and then of course, I finished reading the article, and it said the timing would be a return at Evolution. So expect to see Vicky Guerrero at Evolution, and that's just awesome. Just from just a nostalgia point, she was such a fun on-screen character, and loved booing her every week. There's so many clips of remember Cena's in the ring, and every time she tried to yell "excuse me" or tried to talk, it was deafening. Dom Mysterio, deafening. And what about the Rock concert? Rock concert when he sang to Vicky Guerrero? Legendary. Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero dating. There's so many. She's great. She's great.
I think the Vicky Guerrero era, when she started being like more of a on-screen character and on-screen persona, is kind of when I was done watching. Like it had started. Like I had watched her. Like I was well into it, but or maybe we ended at the same time. I don't know, but I do know I really did enjoy her. She was like the first Karen, like she was like the first ever when I think of somebody, when somebody's like that person's a Karen, I think of Vicky Guerrero's on-screen persona. So I need you all to understand, if it's not as obnoxious as Vicky Guerrero's on-screen persona, then you got to chill out. It's not a Karen, So I think she was the original. She was the OG. But I think it would be cool, and I hope that maybe it leads to her coming back more on a regular basis, because I cannot think of anything better or more deafening or a better way to give Dominic Mysterio the heat he needs back than to bring on his mom, Vicky Guerrero.
What if she joins Judgment Day?
That'd be awesome. It would be awesome. I'd be very excited about it. So, and even if it was not that, even if it was that's the way Dom gets out of the Judgment Day, I'd be fine with that too. Like I'd be cool with that being his first out of Judgment Day kind of thing. Is something heat worthy with Vicky. So
yeah, are you listening, WWE? Moving on.
Trips watches. He knows.
Well, he didn't have the inside story on why Wade Keller said on PW Torch's Raw post-show last week that wrestlers have told him Karrion Kross, quote, just doesn't like to take bumps, end quote. Keller and the wrestlers he's spoken to believe, quote, the fact that Kross doesn't take bumps is keeping him from being a big star on the main roster. I'm calling bullshit.
Yep.
I just watched that documentary he put out on YouTube, and he had a straight up shoot wrestling match, like a shoot. I don't know. It's called a shoot, right? It's a shoot if it's legit and they start. But it's one of those a shoot work. That's what I'm looking for. A shoot work match in GCW, I think it was.
Probably.
During WrestleMania weekend. How does he not like to take bumps when he was legitimately getting beat down? And he was, he's laying some in too, but don't tell me a guy doesn't like taking bumps. Nobody likes taking bumps, but I think he'll take them.
I was going to say, I promise you, name your favorite wrestler, and that wrestler does not like taking bumps and probably takes far fewer than the other guys. Like, I feel like, it's... He takes the bumps he needs to take. He does the work he needs to work. Like, let the guy in the ring. I guarantee you, what we saw the other night, I thought was good. He's a good, really good in the ring worker. Somebody out there, probably Dave Meltzer, saw
This
something.
one's Wade Keller.
Yeah,
this is Wade Keller.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, in the original whole conversation about it, it was probably Dave. Dave Meltzer probably saw one match where, like, Karrion Kross got involved. He wasn't even in the match, and Karrion Kross probably fell one time weird. And Dave Meltzer was like, "Oh, I don't know. That's a guy that doesn't like taking bumps." It's got to be bullshit, and you gotta learn how to sniff that stuff out and stop talking about stuff that doesn't need to be talked about. You know,
Yeah, I gotta be honest. While I was reading that article and writing down the bits that I took from it, it irritated me because now it feels like, because there is no obvious reason why he's not getting a push, now it seems like all these eggheads are trying to come up with a reason so they look smart. I'm telling you right now, the bumping thing isn't one of them.
That's not it. Yeah, that's not it at all. Because if you really want to see people who don't take bumps, I can show you a lot of top level guys who do not take bumps. I don't think I saw Roman take a bump for a very long time during his run. You know,
well, I mean, when you only work 4 times a year, you don't have a callus.
That's another good point, right? You know, like if you're only working 4 matches a year, sure, you got to take some bumps, but how many bumps are people taking over the amount of time that other people aren't working? It's ridiculous. I don't even like spending time on it, but it's just like, it's ridiculous. You got to do it. And Karrion Kross is a hell of a talent, and if he ever gets the push and gets the backing that he kind of needs, I think he won't disappoint. So.
No, and let me find this. I'll jump ahead. Right here. Scarlett's WWE contract is scheduled to expire next month, just like Karrion Kross. That from Fightful, which added that their sources expect them both to be re-signed if they haven't already extended their contracts, given how they're being used on screen lately. So, I mean, if this is true, this just adds to what you said. They're obviously working on it.
Well, and my question is, did Fightful hire Brian Alvarez or something? Did they hire them? Because like that's like what Fightful, of course, man. Like I got to call you out too on this. All right, if I call Dave out, I got to call you out. Like Karrion and Scarlett, like they are always linked. Like you're not getting one without the other, so their contracts are going to be linked. And so, yeah, of course, her contract is up when Karrion's is up, and hopefully they re-sign, and I hope they get that opportunity to shine. Stop it, Fightful. All right, you start to smell like Dave.
I think WWE learned their lesson from the R-Truth firing. They're not going to drop Kross right now, not with how much fan backing he has.
Yeah, I think if they were to not renew, I don't like to use the word cut because at that point it's just not renewing. If they were to not renew that contract, first of all, it would be the greatest thing for Karrion Kross's career ever because he could just go on a world-burning tour and probably clean up. So Karrion should hope he doesn't get re-signed. But also, I think if they re-sign him and do what they should with him, he is a money printing machine if you let that man work. So
I agree. All right, votes sources expect that Roman Reigns will return soon. WWE is even discussing new variations of his tribal chief nickname. I don't know what variation you could really get from that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see how you could shake it up too much, but I'm trying hard not to do this, but we'll see what they say about it. But yeah,
and I'll say this is like 6 episodes in a row that somebody has said Roman Reigns is returning soon. It's like, yeah, well, obviously he's coming back soon now because SummerSlam is a hop, skip, and a jump away. But
yeah, I mean, it's really easy with Roman Reigns to say he's coming back soon, and you can just say that every month for the next 3 months until he's back. And again, I'm not just Roman Reigns. I think he's earned not having to work very much. Like I don't really care, but it frees space up for other storylines. So I don't really mind him taking his time and doing his thing. So, but when he comes back, I'm interested to see whether he gets tossed into this whole Solo Sikoa situation. Or if they kind of let him embark out on his own. And also, I'm really interested in how Jacob Fatu. It's just it feels like we're doing this all over again. It's like deja vu. But I'm really interested to see how Jacob Fatu is going to battle Solo. I really hope it's not the same way like Roman battled Solo, where it's like bringing a bunch of people who don't make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that maybe we get a Zilla sighting somewhere or something like that. I know that obviously that stuff takes time, so we may not see that until like next WrestleMania, but it would be cool.
Yeah, I support Zilla.
Zilla's awesome.
I follow him on YouTube. I like his videos. PW Insider mentioned there has been backstage praise for Aleister Black in WWE, and this includes discussions about giving him a better push, and he has done nothing but show excellence since his return. Everything that they've done, he took the ball and ran and scored the touchdown and spiked the ball. So yeah, he deserves a push.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't necessarily support the idea that he's not getting a necessary push. Like I think he's getting the right type of push right now.
He's moving like this, and I think people want him to move like this. You know what I mean? Long storytelling is what Triple H has been doing. Yep.
Chill out. Like let the man work. Let Aleister work. He's got to get. I think that's what happened last time. Everybody thought it was going to be like this, and it was going like this, and it was fine. And then everybody freaked out that Aleister's not getting a push. Well, let him. I mean, he's rubbing shoulders with R-Truth right now, and R-Truth is coming off probably the hottest moment of his career with the John Cena stuff and the I'm driving stuff. And so I think he's rubbing championship adjacent right now, and that's the best place you could hope for him to be. What do you want? He's not going to be fighting John Cena anytime soon. Like, what do you want the guy to do? Like, what do they want?
Agree.
He's championship adjacent. He's fighting the guy who last fought for the title. So, I mean, that's fine. That's pretty good.
Fightful Select notes that Chelsea Green missed the June 13th episode of SmackDown due to a sinus infection that caused hearing loss and sent her to the emergency room, probably from the broken nose.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Her work ethic is insane.
She's such a professional, though. She's still out there, all the time. I mean, it's if she misses a little time, she's hating it. So it's crazy.
I agree. Saraya, a.k.a. WWE's Paige, told the Orlando Sentinel that she hasn't had any conversations with WWE about making a return. So anybody that's trying to start rumors about her showing up at Evolution, it's not going to happen.
That's unfortunate.
At least I don't think it's going to happen. I wish it would, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it sucks when talent's open to it, but also again, maybe it's not a bad thing, because I'd hate to see her come back and then just get lost in the shuffle and we end up with the same crap that we had before, and now she's gone and everything feels weird again. Like, it's just sometimes it's best to just hold on until we got a good idea for you or something. So maybe it's not the worst thing.
WWE will hit Saudi Arabia for 3 PLEs in 2026 per Fightful Select. So there, that's what was going to make you mad, by the way, that I had 3 PLEs next year. So the Royal Rumble is definitely one of them. We've heard enough about that.
Which it is my favorite PLE. It is absolutely my favorite PLE. It's what I consider the start of the year. Like, it is my favorite. To me, that's the Daytona 500, right? Like, that's what's starting out your season in a huge way. And I find it wildly disrespectful to do that. And I'm not saying anywhere else, just there. Like just there. I am fine if you want to do it in Australia. I'm fine if you want to do it in Canada. I'm fine if you want to do it in the UK. Mexico. Like, yeah, absolutely. Mexico City would be awesome. I'm fine if you want to do it anywhere else. Just why there. Like, what you already, the only thing, and I looked it up after last week, I kind of looked up the terms of their contract. I had it on my screen, so I was reading into it. And, like, they only have to do, like, 2 premium events there. They created premium events for there. Like, you
Yep.
don't have to do more. Just, it's frustrating. So, I'm not a big, this is a big, this is a poor move, in my opinion, by WWE.
I agree. A
I'm
lot of
fine.
scuba suits going to be getting
Tone
made for
deaf.
that. Nexus Point News is claiming Cody Rhodes is currently in negotiations to play Guile in the upcoming Street Fighter movie. I don't know if that's the name. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
Guile. That's Guile, right?
could be. I'm not even
Gilly?
gonna.
Guile?
I don't know the game very well, so
I
I don't
never
know.
really played it that much. I played it on Sega when I was like 6.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell you who the people were. I just played it.
Yeah.
But I know
hmm
Roman Reigns is also in that movie. Yeah, or
Yeah.
rumored to be in the movie. Yeah.
You're gonna love this. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Twinkle Tits Meltzer claimed Rusev and Tony Khan clashed over his creative, dating back to his return from injury in 2021, and he didn't want to lose before leaving AEW. This is such old news that he's trying to make relevant right
I'm
now.
I'm so glad you said that. I really am, because I was like, what? Why are we talking about this? That's such old news. Dave, are you bored? You bored, Dave?
Yeah, yeah,
You bored?
yeah.
Come talk to me. Come hang out with me, Dave. I'll give you something to do. I got stuff. Come on, come hang out with me, Dave. Idiot. No, it's just again, it's kind of like a smear campaign in my opinion. Not like a smear campaign, but it's one of those things that's like Dave is not a WWE guy per se.
No, no.
Clearly, right? And so when Rusev goes back, now you're dragging all this stuff up from 2021. Like, for what reason? You've clearly known that for a while, and if you haven't, why are you talking about the man so much? Just let him move on with his life and do
Yeah,
what he's doing now.
I
Goodness
agree.
gracious, dude. Grow
This
up.
one, this next bit of news, I got really excited about because I was really hoping that it would happen. But Bodyslam.net says WWE has interest in signing Private Party and Danhausen with their
Yeah,
AEW contracts ending very soon.
I read that. It's annoying that they call it private party like the Great Value Street Profits, because I think they're different. They're similar, but they're different. Um, but I like Private Party, and I like Danhausen a lot, and a Danhausen Iguana interaction would be gold, absolute
Well,
gold.
who better to replace R-Truth than Danhausen for
Absolutely,
that type
yeah,
of character,
absolutely, yeah.
that
Could you
comedy relief
imagine?
character?
I want to see like the Spider-Man meme of like Danhausen, Mr. Iguana, and R-Truth like pointing at each other, like, and that's how they start this thing. And then I want to see them just running into each other randomly on shows for the next year, and
Yeah.
just let it be fun. Let it be fun. Doesn't have to be anything. Let it be fun.
All right. So this next bit that I have here, I'm not exactly planning on and I wasn't planning on watching it, but now with the comparison here, I think I might, and I'll get into it. A source close to the production provides details on Netflix's WWE Unreal to Post Wrestling and compared the docu-series to NFL Film's Hard Knocks. They say filming is already underway for a second season, which are planned for, or which is planned for release in early 2026. Post Source also provided episode descriptions for Unreal, 5 episodes for the first season, which each one is focused on Raw's Netflix premiere, the Royal Rumble, the women's roster, John Cena's heel turn, and WrestleMania 41. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
intrigued.
yeah. I think I was anyway, but I think now knowing that it's going to be in that format or modeled after that format, that'll be
Yeah,
cool. I like that.
I
Hard
just
Knocks is good.
I don't want the curtain pulled back all the way. That's my
No,
whole
I don't.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
still
just like
real to me a little bit.
well, it's still real to me. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But I think just like Hard Knocks, they don't show you everything,
yeah,
but uh, but we've already started to like there's been big name people who have already started to peel the curtain back a little bit. Most of them being Triple H, but
Yeah.
like they've already started to say things like work and shoot and all this other stuff in interviews, and they do a press conference after PLEs, and I mean, so it's definitely being a TKO brand. They're gonna be a little bit more less smoke and mirrors, more lie to your face kind of thing,
Yeah.
So you
All
just
right.
have to suspend reality and still believe.
This one pisses me off, but here we go. According to a report on Bodyslam.net's Patreon, Britt Baker is actively seeking to part ways with AEW. Tony Khan isn't looking to release Britt Baker from her contract, at least partially because he doesn't want Baker to debut with WWE in her hometown of Pittsburgh or at Evolution 2. Other reports refuted that, however. Fightful Select sources at AEW said Baker wanting out or telling management that she wants out of her contract was news to them, and that they've never heard anything resembling that. PW Insider also heard from multiple sources that there have been no discussions about Baker exiting the company, asking for a release, or being close to being contractually free. Who's telling the truth?
Whoever Dave Meltzer agrees with is lying. But I don't know. It's if they're holding her out of stuff, it's crappy. It just sucks. I really hate to see it because these the talent deserve to be able to move. This is why I truly believe, and I know it's a dirty word to say for a lot of people in general, but I truly think there needs to be a wrestlers union. And just somebody that can advocate for these wrestlers and can negotiate contracts and can make sure that some of these practices aren't happening. But again, the only way that happens is if your Roman Reigns or your Cody Rhodes of the world, who are making the most, right? They've got to be willing to pull that back to be within the collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
But again, it's different in sports, right? So a sports union doesn't necessarily control how much you pay them, but it does a little bit. That collective bargaining, but it doesn't. I mean, the top end can be whatever the top end person is. It's just. I think somebody's got to advocate for these wrestlers a little bit better. So I know that wrestling world, I cannot imagine Tony Khan is a big fan of unions, and I know for sure TKO would snuff one of those out in a hurry if it ever came up. But I think somebody outside of those organizations needs to get the ball rolling on that, and then can absorb them at that point. But something's got to happen because it's unfair to the superstar. I understand. You signed a contract, you got to live up to it. But some of these practices there's something.
Yeah, I agree. And I would love nothing more than Britt Baker to join WWE, where I know she would be used correctly.
Yeah, and Evolution 2 would be awesome if that were to be that would have been an awesome scenario.
But that's just, and again, we've seen it already with a few people now. That's how Tony Khan operates. Oh, you want out? Well, you're staying, and you're not going to be on TV, so people forget about you, and then you can go.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, this one, you're gonna like this one. Asked about reports that Travis Scott would work Money in the Bank on a recent Q&A show with WrestleVotes, says that that got far enough that WWE made a lot of Scott merch with the date and location of the show on them. Vote says the backlash to WWE letting R-Truth go made WWE change creative for Money in the Bank. Votes acknowledged that it's possible the Rappers match was moved to SummerSlam, but it's also possible the WWE has moved on from Scott altogether. And as much as I don't want to say it, on Logan Paul's podcast, no, I did not watch it, I just read some notes. He said that Travis Scott more and more didn't want to work in the ring with Booker T just because he didn't want to take the bumps lazy, and then
Now
he
that's
he
a hot take,
ghosted
Karl.
he ghosted WWE. And I think it might have something to do with that documentary that just came out on Netflix that I watched, Travis. And you're a piece of shit. Dude, like 10 people died at that concert, and he didn't give a fuck. And then the half-assed fucking apology he gave, dude, I've watched enough crime shows and everything to know that when you're touching your face this much, you're fucking lying. Dude didn't care. He don't care. He's a bad guy. Anybody that likes that guy, dude, what the fuck are you thinking? Make that into a TikTok. Watch that blow up to 15,000.
Yeah, that Astro World stuff is trash. I do hope that we don't have to worry about him in WWE anymore. I've never been a fan of the Travis Scott experiment in there. So please get rid of it. Just let it go. Don't go back to it. We don't need it. We don't want it. I cannot. I have never spoken. I guess it's kind of silly, but I've never seen. I haven't seen anybody yet say, "Hey, I became a WWE fan because I was a Travis Scott fan, and now I'm a WWE fan." I haven't seen it.
It's generated no fans and done nothing but make the diehards angry.
Yeah. I think it literally was a net negative for both of them. Like I feel like people who are WWE fans were upset enough that they maybe stopped watching because of the Travis Scott stuff. And I think people who are Travis Scott fans were like, "This is trash too. Like, what is this man doing?" And they weren't interested in or even more likely would be all the people they thought he would gain as fans. I don't think anybody from WWE, the WWE universe, became a Travis Scott fan because of this. Like, I can't imagine. I cannot picture a scenario where that happened. So,
no.
I don't know. Hopefully they're done. I want them to be done.
I hope so. This one I also thought was pretty interesting. Women at WWE who Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp spoke to about Evolution 2 felt like it was a setup because it was booked for All-In weekend across the street from a Beyonce concert with the MLB All-Star festivities in Atlanta for Tuesday's game. They also feel like the show has been hastily produced. Sapp also said that AJ Styles signed a 1-year deal, but isn't sure when he signed it. But that part's not as important. We kind of already knew that. But yeah, dude. So again, I think I brought it up last week, and now I'm bringing it up this week. The women are not happy about this show.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it. And I say, generally, the people that are going to an All-Star game weren't going to be going to Evolution 2.
No.
The majority of people who can afford to go to Beyonce concerts, they're going to WrestleMania. They're not going to Evolution 2. I don't think, and I think there was something else going on too at the same time, but I don't think
All In. AEW's version of WrestleMania.
Yeah, where's that at? Is that in
Texas?
Oh,
but it's All In weekend. It's All In Texas.
Yeah. So again,
I think it's just because they're. I don't. Huh.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, because the festivities are in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing is WWE say it's almost, in my opinion, WWE thumbing the nose to AEW in the sense of like, we're gonna put up our numbers anyway, regardless of what you're doing. Like, this show is gonna be what this show was gonna be, and I truly think it will be. I don't think the cross section is gonna affect as much as people may think it is. I mean, Saturday night's main event, you have that right there, and I think people who are going to that, who may be coming into town for that, may stay and do an Evolution. I would have almost rather seen Evolution happen on Friday then rather than Saturday, but I get it with Friday Night SmackDown and all that stuff.
Evolution's on Sunday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is WWE and TKO being like, you know what? We will hold a PLE with only our women stars, and we will beat you in the ratings for your WrestleMania version.
And that's another thing too. Yeah, because of what AEW can't run from those allegations on how they treat the women wrestlers. I mean, we just had this conversation about Britt Baker. That is what it is. So that also could play into part of why they're doing it this weekend. And in that scenario, again, I look at it as a bigger play, like a bigger amount of faith placed into the women, saying we know you're better than what they can produce with their entire roster. So with this half of our roster, we're better than they are with their full roster. If that's the way they're looking at it, then yeah, I'm down for that. So
WrestleVote says a strong contingency within WWE who want Corey Graves calling a main roster show regardless of Pat McAfee's availability. While they understand the value that McAfee brings to the company, they believe Graves is way too good and too passionate to be assigned to NXT full-time. Graves could join McAfee and Cole on Raw, or he could join Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore on SmackDown. Can't confirm as of this moment if WWE has any interest in bringing back the old three-man booth for TV or not, but I would be for it.
I struggle with that comparison because I think, like, man, NXT needs good, passionate announce team too,
Right.
and I don't necessarily look at it as a developmental league anymore. I mean, it is, but I don't look at it.
It is, but it's the third brand. It's still
they're good,
held at very high regard.
It's very good, but I have to admit, Friday or Monday was Corey on? Corey was on. Are they on Friday?
Monday.
Monday. Then when we were watching it, I was like, man, I really do enjoy the Corey Michael Cole back and forth. I really do enjoy it. I think I enjoyed it even more than the Pat McAfee Michael Cole back and forth.
It's because they're buddies, and Corey is that heel commentator that gives that that's what makes the back and forth. And that's why I think having him on Raw, because you got a face in Pat McAfee, you got a face in Michael Cole. Put Corey in there. Have a little heel, stir it up a little bit. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, and I think it'd be, and they could do other things with it. It could be some must-see TV between Corey and Pat because both can go. Both can go.
Oh,
So yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I also think, like, put some respect on NXT. Like,
exactly.
Those guys need to have some good announcing. And I was really upset with Corey Graves when he kind of poo-pooed on going to NXT. I'm like, man, that's you're still in the top 5 position of ring announcers in wrestling. So, like, chill out, man. Like, but NXT still needs good people. So
I agree. And they did bury the hatchet and everything's kosher with Corey and NXT and WWE. Sure. But his little, and I can understand. I understand. Yeah. But dude, just
keep it to yourself.
Take it as it comes. Take it as it comes.
Be frustrated. Me and you've had that conversation before at the call center. Be frustrated. It's fine. Keep it to yourself. We'll talk about it later.
Yep.
Don't deal with it right now in front of everybody. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, but I mean, they need more than Shucky Ducky all the time. I do love some Booker T, but I can only hear so many Shucky Ducky.
Quack, quack, baby.
Yeah, I can only hear so many.
All right, last story before we get into our fan-suggested countdown. Our third one we've had.
Yeah, we're moving today. It's all right.
Yeah, we are. Per Fightful Select, AEW has discussed ideas for Sting to return at All In Texas. If Sting is booked on the show, his appearance will probably be related to whatever Darby Allin is doing. So, I mean, maybe as a valet, Sting comes down. He's not going to wrestle.
I hope he stays out of the ring. I really need him not to get back in the ring. Well,
yeah, he's not going to wrestle, but I mean, it'd be cool for an appearance.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're going to do this last shot, and then we're going to do Gunner. What do we call him? Trenner? Yeah, Trunner. The worst half of that couple has.
Oh man.
As a fan suggested countdown, our top 10 best consistent ring gears and 10 that we hate. So basically, it's people that are always changing up what they wear. It's always stay a little the same, but
Yeah, how many did you do that you hate?
5.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I heard 10, and I was like, oh, I am
No,
ill
10.
prepared.
We always do 10 and 5. We always do
Yeah,
10 and
okay.
5.
I was like, I am ill prepared, my friend. I'm going to be making some of these up. So,
So yeah, just people that you'll get it. You'll get it while we
yeah,
start.
you're good. Yeah.
Do you want to
I have,
start at 10 or me?
yeah. I can. Listen, I got a little
Oh
pretext
wait,
to
we
this.
have that shot first.
Oh
Shit.
yeah, I don't. My shot glass is still in that gunky old glass over there, so uh, I don't have that. So we're just gonna take a good old pull.
All right. What are you doing? Is
So
it the proper
I'm just
12
gonna do
again?
another proper 12. I didn't bring another shot up here, and I don't have another glass. So
All right.
this
Tanqueray imported London dry gin from Jack at MGM.
well,
God damn, dude. What
that's
is up
that.
with these caps today?
I mean, if it's more
Right.
than one cap, I don't know if we can blame the caps.
Fuck. Oh.
Yeah, stuff to
Yeah,
do after
dude.
this.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Cheers. Nope.
If I could drill it. Ugh. Ugh. No.
Right here.
Oh, I'm shaking. Ugh.
That is an ugly. That is an ugly, ugly look. Oh man,
Ugh.
you all right?
Who the fuck drinks that? Ugh.
Snoop Dogg does with some juice.
God damn it.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg likes gin and juice.
Fuck. Okay.
All right, so a little pretext on my list here.
Countdown.
Yeah, a little pretext on my list here. This was heavily influenced by my wife. Her and I were talking about this together.
So did I. So did I.
Yeah.
Cassie helped me
Okay,
with
good.
mine too.
Good, because like I'm really bad at like caring about this part of wrestling. So she did help me light a fire on some of these things that I hate, though. So our number 10, which we both agree, these guys drive me nuts. I don't even know if I really like their character as much, but they do have some wild ring gear, and that's pretty deadly.
Pretty deadly. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
They do too. They're very unique, and it's
I like
always
it.
different
Like,
every week.
I was gonna say it's crazy, it's different, it's wild, and they change it up, but it's all within the same theme. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know that I like them, but I like their gear.
My number 10 is Goldust / Dustin Rhodes. It's always a different jumper and face paint. It's always different.
Ironic that we have like I feel like Goldust walked so that or Goldust crawled so that Fandango could walk, and Pretty Deadly would hopefully start running at some point.
I
They all
agree.
kind of have that same character, you know. My number 9 is Street Profits. I've always loved their ring gear, how it complements each other, but it's also like stays true to like their individual styles too.
Yep.
So I like that.
Okay. It's a good one.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like them, the Young Bucks, always different gear. It's always something cool, always something fun, very colorful, always different Nikes. Like, yeah.
Very similar to Pretty Deadly, I think, with their how they switch their stuff up a lot.
Yeah.
My number 8 was just I put this as like a whole legacy, right? The Wyatt family legacy of so back to the original Wyatt family, even up to the Wyatt 6. I have always loved the Wyatt themes. No matter what he does, I've loved his theme throughout. So
Yeah.
the Fiend, the Wyatt family, and then now this Wyatt 6 group. I've just loved it.
All right. My number 8 is Kenny Omega. He's always got some sort of theme going every time he comes out with accessories and everything else. And it's always like, I especially like when he does the airbrush look. But again, that's why I'm who's also on the list, RVD fan. So
Yeah.
All right. 7?
Yeah, let's see here. 7 for me, the Hardys, for a lot of the same reason you just said about the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. The Hardys always had they like influenced an entire generation of people's clothing. I feel like so. The Hardys, to me, it'll never die. They can wear the same thing. They have worn the same thing essentially their whole careers, and it's been awesome. So,
that was my number 5. So,
oh, sweet.
All right, number 7, Jade Cargill.
It's my number 6.
Is it? She's always rocking different stuff. Always.
Well, and it's all themed, man. It's almost always Storm. Like the Storm for the PLEs, and then Jade Cargill is my number 6 because I agree. I love her stuff.
I'll go to number 6 then. Rob Van Dam. RVD. Dude, his airbrushed singlets are the best.
Yeah, he was an honorable mention for me. Yeah.
All right. Number 5.
Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green puts on some really awesome in-ring gear for whatever occasion is going on. So, number 5, Chelsea.
All right. Go to 4 because my 5 was Hardy's.
Oh, okay. 4, Macho Man. Love Macho Man.
How did I not put him on here? My wife's going to kill me.
Yes, she is. It hit me late, but I think he was actually one of the last ones I put down. But Macho Man.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to take Asuka off at my number 3, and I'm going to put Macho Man.
Asuka was going to be in that world for me too, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
Shit. I love
yeah.
Asuka.
Okay. So my number 3 is Macho Man. I don't want to sleep on the couch.
What was your 4?
The New Day.
Oh, see. And both of us were like they were gonna end up on my bottom list.
I know. I was sold on them as soon as they were dressed as Saiyan warriors from Dragon Ball Z at WrestleMania. I was like, that's my favorite cartoon of all time. They do always have something different going on, so they had to make the list.
I guess I unfairly didn't apply the same metrics because I don't particularly care for like their every week ring gear, but I love their PLE ring gear. Love it.
Yes.
But that's the same as like a Jade Cargill. Like her every week ring gear is whatever, but I love her PLE. So
yeah, 100%.
My number 3, the Outsiders. There's a real like pattern to my list. I love tag team ring gear because I like to see how they work off of each other, and I loved the Outsiders. I always thought their ring gear was cool. They always looked like biker guys to me, and I loved them. So
yep, I kind of got that same vibe.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Macho Man, so go to number 2.
Okay. Number 2 for me is Bloodline Roman. It was simple, but I loved his ring gear. I mean, the black pants, the Jordans, normally the red glove to match the Jordans. Like it was.
He had the gold glove for a while too.
A gold, yep. He had the gold Jordans then too. And it was like, it was simple, but like the dude looked badass. Like, and I loved Bloodline Roman in ring gear. We only got to see it like 4 times a year, so it was special every time. So
right. That was your number 2?
That was my number 2. Yep.
Okay, my number 2, Rey Mysterio. Every week, it's something different. The mask, for me, gets cooler and cooler every week. And plus, now that I have kids, both my kids are Rey Mysterio crazy, and it's like, you guys don't even know. You missed, like, most of it.
Right. Right.
But the fact that he's still engaging that hard with kids and, like, looks that cool, he's still on top of his game, hasn't lost a step. I mean, he was probably a little quicker when he was younger, but dude still got it. But yeah, his mask. Remember when all of a sudden he just had mohawks on his masks, and I was like, this is different.
Yeah,
I think that was like the last time he was gone and came back. Now his mask had mohawk on it and stuff. That was cool.
I mean, I'm just I'll hold on. My number one is Zelina Vega because, of course, it is, and.
She always does something cool for entrances and stuff, though.
She does really awesome anime and different gaming and different. Again, these are mostly PLEs. Her normal stuff is generally pretty normal, but I love Zelina Vega's ring gear. So that's my number one on that list.
All right, my number one, and the reason I picked this is because before Stone Cold Steve Austin was Stone Cold Steve Austin, my favorite wrestler was Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has always had different gear, and it always looked cool. He was one of the most toyetic guys ever. New gear, we got to make a toy. New gear, we got to make a toy. And we're talking all the way back to the Bone Crunchers. And there's only a handful of nerds listening to this show right now that know what I'm talking about. But I remember my dad looking at me in the store. We were at Toys R Us, and I already had the red and white gear with the broken hearts on it, Shawn Michaels, Bone Cruncher. My dad goes, you can get one. And this is back when they're like $4.99 a piece or whatever. Right, so that tells you how poor we were. You can get one. And I walked right up. I looked around. I saw a bunch of guys I don't have at home, but I saw Shawn Michaels with the green and white pants, and I went, I want that one. My dad goes, you already have Shawn Michaels. Why do you want that? I was like, because it's green. So already that toyetic thing, before my child brain would understand, what a sales tactic. And my dad begrudgingly bought it, and guess who used the green one way more than the red one after that? Me.
Yeah. Well, Shawn always looked cool, like clean too. Like WrestleMania Shawn reminds me of like Wimbledon. Like he almost always wore white. Seth Rollins does it now. He almost always wears white. He always looks super clean, super clean. So yeah, I'm with that one. I thought about Shawn when I was doing this, but I just kind of couldn't think of enough that I like loved of his
gear, but specifically 90s Shawn for me. Yeah. Specifically 90s. The tights, not the pants that were hiding the knee braces.
All right, you want to start off our hated?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, number 5, Naomi. Yeah. Never cared for the glow, and I hate caution tape. I hate the caution tape look all the way back to when Owen Hart had to wear that Danger yellow gear. It looked like garbage. Yep. He probably didn't want to wear it. I know he was checked out anyway at that point. But the glow was cool. The title was cool for a little bit, but then it just got overplayed for me. And then now this caution tape thing, and the fact that I've had a grudge against caution tape since, Owen Hart was alive. I've never liked the look. I've always thought it was tacky. I just don't like it. I love her as a wrestler. She's a great athlete. Nothing to do with her.
I'm upset with myself that I didn't mention Naomi because I agree, 100% agree with you. I couldn't stand the glow thing. I just never liked it. And then the caution tape, I was like, I don't like this either. I feel like I'm always hating on Naomi's ring gear, but in the ring, she's amazing. I've never liked her ring gear. But in the ring, she's amazing.
100%. No, I like Naomi. I like her a lot. I just don't like her gear.
She would tell both of us Big Jim likes it, and that's all that matters. So, my number 5 was Hulk Hogan, just in case I didn't get a chance to say fuck you, Hulk Hogan. So, there we go. It's iconic ring gear. I'm sure people love it. But I just wanted a chance to say fuck you, Hulk Hogan. So,
all right. Number 4 for me. Mercedes Moné / Sasha Banks. And I just put in parentheses bitch next to it. So
she's your Hogan, man. She is your. And I also am not a big Mercedes Moné fan, but I do.
I don't think she's a good person right here.
I would. I don't know her. I don't know her, but I would agree. I'd agree with you that the feeling I get is like what you're saying. I don't think she's a nice person. But
no, and she does always have some anime stuff and this and that, and I understand her husband makes her gear and everything, but just she could be wearing anything. Like pick something. She could come out in Dragon Ball Z stuff, and I'm gonna be pissed because I don't like her.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know, it's always looked basic to me, but I also think that her ring gear is very similar to a lot of other people's ring gear, like the Tegan Knoxes of the world and some of the other. Like they all kind of run together for me.
There's only one that Mercedes Moné, or it was when she was Sasha Banks, wore that I was like, that's awesome, and that's when she honored Eddie Guerrero in that triple threat match.
Right. Her favorite. That's the only time.
Yep.
Number 4 for me is AJ Styles, only because of those dumb gloves. I hate the gloves. I think the gloves are so stupid. And I said this downstairs, and Ezra had his headphones on, and he took his headphones off, and he said, "How dare you?" Talking about AJ Styles like this. But I don't.
Marcus has 2 or 3 different AJ Styles. Another guy that's toyetic.
His gloves are Shawn Michaels pants, man. He changes those gloves everywhere he goes, and it's a genius marketing idea. That's fine. They're dumb. All right? You're not even playing baseball. Take the gloves off.
See, I left him off the list because it wasn't different enough, in my opinion. It's the same look. It's just a different color.
Right. I mean, that's John Cena. John Cena's the same in that.
Yep.
So John Cena's been wearing the same look for 30 years, just gone to every color. So,
all right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Number 3. This era's Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay.
Ever since Big Time Bex and forward, I just don't get it. I don't get
Fashion Nova Becky. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Becky. I forgot I was gonna put Seth Rollins as my number 1 on Loved, just to piss you off. So I'm gonna move him back into my honorable mentions. I completely forgot I was gonna do that. But until this moment right now. But yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. It's a weird look. It's weird. It's a weird look. My number 3 is only if she doesn't like it. Like, I don't know if this is like if she wants to be wearing this, but I can't stand Nia Jax's ring gear. Like, it just feels restrictive, like I don't know. I've never been a fan of her ring gear. It feels like Saudi Arabia every week, but but again, if that's what she chooses and wants to do, that's fine. It's whatever. Just like Naomi, but I don't like it.
All right, my number 2, Seth Rollins. I hate everything he's ever worn. I especially hated back in 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018 when he started wearing Bears colored stuff because I am a Packer fan and I hate the Bears. The fashionista Seth Rollins or whatever. I was like, dude, I swear my wife wore something like that last week. What are we doing here? Hated it. And then now I can actually kind of dig what he's doing because it's that black. Now what he's wearing, I like it because it's black and it's gold and it looks good and they're all matching and I dig it. But it was just so this way, that way, this way, and extreme. It was extreme every week and it was too much for me.
That's fair. Yeah, he did do all the big boots and all that stuff.
Yeah, those red boots. Those red Astro Boy boots or whatever they were called.
If Cass had outfits that look like Seth Rollins, she's got some explaining to do. She's holding out. She's got some real explaining to do. Okay, and I'm normally Team Cass, but if she's buying Seth Rollins outfits, we need to talk.
Hey, I got a serious question because there's this guy at work that I don't like at all, and I've never liked him. And he started wearing women's cardigans, but said that they're men's. Men don't wear cardigans, right? That hang down to your knees. That's not a thing, right?
They do now. They do. They have them. The way to know is which side are the buttons on.
If I had to guess, it's probably on the right side or left. Left side.
If the buttons are on the left, then that's men's. I'm pretty sure the buttons are.
Well, the thing is it was skin tight. I feel like if it was made for a man, it wouldn't be skin tight.
This is a different generation, man.
Oh my god, dude! Seriously?
Yeah, they don't like to hide things now. They're like, no, we want to let everybody know everything we got. So
I'm still gonna pick on them.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it very well could be for a guy. I don't know. The buttons is the only way I know. So
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
anyway, what's your number
1? Number 2 for me is Rey Mysterio because I said so. That's it. All right. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that man's ring gear. It's perfectly fine, but it's just I had to get Rey Mysterio in here somewhere. I forgot to mention, I did have a plan because I got that new bike. I did have a plan to get Bears license plates simply to piss you and Shane off, just so you know. Like it is.
Which you very much would have. Who is Shane a fan of?
In the back of my head. Still in the back of my head to get Bears plates just to make you guys mad. I'm not a Bears fan. Not, but I just want to make you guys mad. So,
Okay, before
one.
I say my number one, my daughter's knocking on the door here. Let me see what she's trying to get at.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, do that.
What are you doing? Where's your mom? She's sleeping? You want to do the number one with me? Okay, hold on. Have you sit on my lap. All right.
Are you getting a special guest? Man, this episode's about to do numbers. We're getting CC.
There's my mini-me.
Hey.
Wave to Adam. You're on the show. All right, do you want to say... Number one is Logan Paul.
It's number one.
It's Logan Paul.
It's number one.
You're going to say Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is my number one.
CC, Logan Paul is the GOAT, okay? He is the greatest of all time.
No, we shake our head no to that, CC. CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk. Well, I'm going to tell you, my number one is all of the big boy singlets, okay? I am sick of it. I'm sick of Bronson Reed. I am sick of JC. I'm sick of Otis, all right? I'm sick of the Big Show. Not like the giant Big Show, but like the Big Show. The big boy singlets have got to go, guys. All right, they got to go.
Yeah,
I'm done with it.
I agree.
Like if you listen, if you want to get in the gym and you want to look like Braun Breaker, you can wear a singlet again. Okay, but the big boy singlets have got to go. All right, I stop at Big E. Big E is the biggest boy that the singlets can be in. All right, nobody else.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So that's my number one. Yeah.
All right. Let's hit them with the plugs. I got to go flip the ribs.
We both got ribs going today. So
yeah, we do. We do. Which is weird because we didn't plan that and it happened that way.
No, and I don't know if you guys saw when my hand moved up. It was because my lovely wife sent me a picture of the temperature that the smoker was at to make sure it was still good where it needed to be. And we're in good shape.
All right. Kayfabe Marks on YouTube. Kayfabe Marks on Spotify. Kayfabe.marks on TikTok. Write into us at our email at
Kayfabe Marks Podcast at myyahoo.com.
All right, and we will keep doing fan-suggested shots and fan-suggested countdowns every week as long as you guys write in.
And I got to do a quick correction. Earlier I said Logan Paul was the GOAT. I'm a liar. CC's the GOAT. Everybody else pales in comparison.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. We love you.
All right. See you later. Yeah. Wave bye.